Nice.
Alright, so welcome back. It's time for Alter Ego once again. If memory serves, little Oppai is no longer little, because she is 35 years old, if I remember right. Yep, 35.
35.
She has just gotten engaged to Jeff, which according to Oppai
Yeah.
is actually Jeff George, so...
So, according to me, you should be in it too, and so as the chat.
Yeah. But anyways, a quick reminder.
Welcome to the pasture.
Thank you for the
Enjoy
host.
your stay.
A quick reminder: there's the college icon, the
No, it's
um,
the
the
horses. The horses.
meeting icon. There's the purchase stuff icon. There's the loan icon, which I don't recommend. There's the working icon. There's the family icon, and there's the marriage icon. She's a dishwasher. No.
Yes, I am a dishwasher. My character's a dishwasher.
And the top left is basically to see your stats. Let's actually look at Oppai at this point. Engaged to Jeff. Very high stats other than physical and vocational. And everything else over 70. So that's not too bad. And a bunch of stuff and quite a bit of money and no debt. So yeah, what would you like to do?
And that social thing first.
Alright.
Ugh.
There is a community council meeting this Monday. The topic of discussion will be the decline in service of the sanitation system in your neighborhood. Lately, the sanitation workers have been emptying the trash without regards for where the excess falls. The cans are not being replaced properly, and trash day usually leaves the block looking like the aftermath of a nuclear war.
What the fuck is this shit?
Are you interested in this meeting?
I'm not interested. Let's stay home and do something important.
On the next trash collection day, a sanitation worker leaves a garbage pail in the middle of the street. You accidentally hit it with your car and damage the front bumper.
Shit.
Oops.
I damaged my car. Let's see. Social skills for 400, Alex.
Alright. You and the man of your dreams are taking a weekend trip with Jill and Mock, a couple you have known for a long time. During the trip, you notice Jill becoming irritable, having loud public discussions about very personal matters and drinking heavily. You're beginning to think that Jill is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Suicide Facade was part of this game. Well, there's no trip to putting people out because they say melon, so...
I'm sure cowgirls have melons, though. Moo, 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 moo.
Anyways.
What is, I am concerned and called Jill to decide to call Jill.
Alright. Your concern is met with hostility. I'd really appreciate if you stopped practicing your marriage counseling skills on me, she says, stinking of alcohol. As far as this stuff is concerned, pointing to the almost empty bottle, is the only thing that keeps me sane.
Wow, okay, fine.
That didn't go so well.
Brain.
The brain. Your friends have always encouraged you to do something with those wonderful little TV snacks you cook up for parties and football games. While you're in the kitchen, fiddling with the mid-afternoon snack, you begin to wonder if they could be right.
She's watching her husband play football on the TV. It's creative and can fiddling. Let's fiddle with ourselves.
You mix a little of this and a little of that. You taste it. It's missing something. What do you think you should add?
Jesus.
Did you say cheese or G's?
No, I said G's, not
Okay.
cheese.
Or spice.
More spice. Shit. There's just some chopped green peppers and olives.
Alright. Eureka! That's it! You create a new taste sensation. You share it with your friends who rave about the taste. One frame who is in marketing believes you could probably sell it to a certain fast food Mac company for a handsome Mac profit. What will you do?
Profit. Oh, get the hell out of here. Should I offer it? I don't know. Sounds really stupid.
It's up to you.
I'm already making bank. I don't need to freaking offer my shit. It's my secret.
Alright.
And McDonald's can kiss my ass.
Alright. You may have just walked away from a very large sum of money.
I don't care. It's my life. The heart, please.
Mary Lou Stalker is a friend of your closest female companion and a staunch feminist. The truth is that she's not a feminist in the true sense of the word. She simply despises and resents men, misapplying the feminist philosophy to suit her needs. One afternoon, you overhear Mary Lou telling your best friend that the love of your life really doesn't give you that much room to breathe. She says, I mean, he's okay considering the rest of the garbage that's out these days, but I wonder if she feels a little trapped in the same place than they are. She goes on this way for quite a while.
Just calm and just wait until she leaves.
And then talk to your friend?
Yeah.
You have made an appropriate response.
Seriously?
So it seems.
Angry and wait till she leaves, I guess. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
How angry do you actually feel?
How do you really feel? Peeves? No. Just angry. How angry do you feel? I'm angry. Damn it.
What will you say to your friend in your talk?
The second option.
Alright. Expressiveness rises sharply. This was a very assertive way to expressing your feelings without any misplaced anger. You have a right to feel resentful. Your friend can sense you're upset and makes you aware that she has never really taken Marlo too seriously. So, no biggie. You actually got some points.
Yay.
While searching through the mail, you come across an hand-addressed letter with an unfamiliar return address. You open it and read the handwritten letter inside it. The letter requests that you write 10 copies of it and mail them to 10 different people. It contains testimonial from the people who have faithfully performed the task to become the beneficiaries of much good fortune. Well, this sounds familiar. It reads, a woman in Peoria, after receiving this letter and carrying out the instructions, won 2 free dinners with every vacation purchase to the Maplewood Dude Ranch and Elf Camp, and a free copy of the Jacques Cousteau illustrated guide to marine life of the Dead Sea. She feels that the good luck was passed on to her by the letter. There are also tales of misfortune for those who did not follow the instruction. A woman in Peoria, after dismissing the letter as nothing but a silly oath, found Bubba, her longtime pet wire-haired terrier and friend of 15 years, dead of a mysterious and rare canine aging disease. The woman felt that Bubba's misfortune was the deadly result of her inability to realize the importance of the letter at the time. This sounds so familiar!
Why is that? I don't really get that.
Have you ever heard of chain letter emails? This
No.
is basically the same, but with actual letters.
I know chains for BDSM, but no, I really like chain letter mails.
But anyways, what would you do about this thing?
I shouldn't perform the task. Being non-compliant. Get on with
Yeah,
their lives.
alright. You must be the type who believes in living dangerously. A few weeks later, one of your goldfish dies of constipation. Just a coincidence, you say? Don't forget what happened to poor Bubba.
Oh, whatever. All right, let's go to this one. The jobs here.
In order to get part of your work finished, John Jacobs, a close work associate, mentioned that you have to take a trip out of town together. He is good looking, married, and shows every indication of being a faithful and loving father and husband. You must decide whether or not it is best for you to go. Staying home might mean suffering a decline in your vocational sphere.
Hmm. I'm excited and go on the trip.
You decide that this might be a terrific opportunity to gain in the vocational area of life. You're correct. Your excitement about taking the trip carries over to your work. You impress a great many people. Social and vocational sphere show great improvement. The person you are traveling with would like to take you to dinner as a way of celebrating your success.
Let's go with him.
Alright? The dinner passes uneventfully. The two of you exchange small talk about your work and social life. He mentions that he misses his children on trips like this. While the two of you sit sipping coffee after dinner, the associate looks off into the distance and chuckles to himself. You ask him why he is laughing. Shaking himself out of his private conversation, he looks at you and wonders why he can't have this kind of relaxed evening with his wife. He confesses that he would love to spend the rest of the evening in your company.
No.
Oh.
Let's excuse ourselves. Sorry, I'm already taken.
He didn't seem like the type, you think to yourself. You wonder if it's ever possible to have a friendly relationship with someone you work with.
No, not a chance. I'm already engaged to Jeff George.
Speaking of, you might wanna tie the knot, as they say. Oh, your vocational went up way higher now. That's pretty good. Oh god, gentleness and happiness went down though. Oh well.
My money
Can't
went
be
down
helped.
too.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's because of the trip.
could be.
Let's, do- let's do one more job and then let's tie the knot.
Alright. You have an appointment to meet a very successful man who can have a powerful influence on both your resources and your career. You arrive for the meeting at his office with a little bit of time to spare, so you have the opportunity to review your strategy. The weather is a bit sticky, so you also consider freshening up.
Confident and make the last minute trip to the ladies' room.
You have chosen to install yourself with your usual aplomb. Confidence is a strong part of your character. The result of your meeting is that you are sorely disappointed. The secretary calls you in and tells you that your meeting has been abruptly cancelled. You have been rescheduled later next month.
Oh, that sucks.
Piss.
Anyways.
So, what
Chill.
next?
Yes. Well, I did say one more, and then after we go to the marriage thing.
Alright. Marriage icon. Plan and have a wedding.
Yeah.
Marriage is a serious commitment, one that should last a lifetime. Are you sure you can handle it?
Yep. We might as well, right?
Do the two of you want a large or small wedding?
Do we really need a big wedding? Honestly, I don't think we do.
So small?
Yeah. We don't need no fancy
Okay,
schmancy
as long as the two of you have agreed on it. What kind of honeymoon would you like to have?
one that has the president's suite.
So extravagant.
Uh, not extravagant. Um, like nice, romantic, not too fancy. Yeah, yeah.
That sounds nice. And what kind of area do the two of you eventually want to live?
This no.
You want to scoot the burbs?
I I hate the
You
city.
should have rented the Indianapolis Gold State.
What did he say?
Oh, god damn it, Zaychin.
You know what? I needs to go on your stream and get a pop out chat. Oh, that's sick. Let me go do that right now. Actually,
Alright.
because I'm missing the
But yeah, basically, where would you prefer to live? Would it be in the city, in the burbs, or in the country?
You think the birds will be good?
It could be. Could be
Yeah,
a good
suburbs
place to
is not.
raise a family, I suppose, if you want to go that way.
Yeah, suburbs sounds nice.
Alright, living in the burbs. It's tough to find a decent place to live these days, you know. Now that you have the thought about some of the major preparation, the weeks fly by until your wedding date. The time that passes is crucial and can determine the future of success of your entire marriage. Everyone has his or her share of problems during this time. Unfortunately, this includes you too. Approximately 1 week before the wedding, the following happens. You
Oh.
find out that Jeff had sex with the stripper at his bachelor party. Does this make you want to change your mind about the wedding?
Oh, this one can't help himself during the bachelor party. Jesus
So
Christ.
does this make you change your mind or not?
It makes us go single again? Jesus
It
Christ.
could, I think.
Jesus Christ, Jeff George, you can't even freaking play football, nor you can't even be
No, I did not aim in the right way. I couldn't even finish that fucking sentence.
I could have aimed in the right hole. That stripper though.
But yeah, are you
I,
gonna call
honest,
off the wedding or not? That's
hold
basically
on.
the question.
You cheated on Jeff George. Well, it's not like we had intercourse or anything. I mean, that's how does one pop out this freaking chat though?
You click on the chat settings and click pop out. That's usually how it works, anyways. At least on PC.
Oh, here it is. Thank you. There we go. Now that's better.
I thought she was a dishwasher. God damn it.
Look at my brand of dishwasher. This is not good enough for you. I'll still go through it though.
Alright, so don't call the. Wait, let me just. This make you want to change your mind about the wedding? You said no, right?
Yeah.
You're not. You still want to go through it? Your wedding day seems to be going along perfectly. It will surely be a memorable occasion. Unfortunately, your Uncle Harry gets stinking drunk at the reception and falls down, breaks his legs, and has to be taken to the hospital by an ambulance. Your wedding night arrives. The two of you climb into bed in anticipation of a night of unbridled passion. You slip into bed next to Jeff and cuddle into the bend of his warm body. He seems peaceful and at ease. The two of you relax from the hectic excitement of the day. You both fall asleep, tired and exhausted, without having sex. There will be lots of time for that, you both decide. The next morning, the two of you get ready to leave for your honeymoon. How will you be traveling to your honeymoon spot?
Oh, different friggin' thing. See, by playing, we might hit the 20. Oh, wait. Um,
No, don't go there. I know exactly where you're going. Don't go there.
and with that, the stream is over.
God damn it.
um, by car, it'll be driving with that 70s porn music playing in the background.
You really want to go by car?
No, no, no. I'm just still debating. Let's see. If we were by boat, we'll either be sinking into the freaking ocean like the Titanic, or be
Oh my god.
unable to ship to the sail because of you know what. Um, train. Um, I mean, I've driven a train before via
You've
video game.
driven a train?
Via video game.
Right. I do remember that Japanese train game you played.
All you had to do was follow the damn train.
Or that, I guess. But yeah, make your decision now.
We have. Where's the next option by tank so we can storm over the desert?
Trust me, you don't want to have to do that.
Just the.
Doing that for 20 hours because the other people go way too fucking fast.
I love that emoji. It's Damn though. Uh, I mean, plane. Plane sounds nice actually. Yeah,
Blaine?
yeah.
The trip to your honeymoon either way is a safe and pleasurable one. Your honeymoon is peaceful and relaxing. Any problem you might have experienced on the wedding night are washed away by the peacefulness of your surrounding. This is the start of a lifetime that will be filled with many emotions. There is love, of course, but that will have to be tempered with tolerance. After all, loving someone who loves you in return is easy. Tolerating him when he's moody and irritable is difficult, and may mean the difference between staying together or falling apart. Admiration will sometimes be upset by petty jealousy. The desire for companionship would sometimes be replaced by a need for solitude. This kind of talk may seem premature at this stage of your marriage, but within the next 2 years, things will start becoming very difficult. The newness of the marriage will wear off, and you will have to start coming to grips with the fact that your partner is not really as perfect as you would really like. It's not a bad thing, but it is reality. Your ability to adjust to your partner's strength and weakness, and vice versa, will ultimately determine the success of your marriage. Good luck, and thank you, Zaitan, for the bits. Please check your resource file to see all your wedding gifts have affected your status. Let's take a look. So you are married to Jeff George.
Married to Jeff.
Other than physical, all your stats are over 80. Over here, however, it's over 60, so it's still not that bad. Trustfulness and trustworthiness are very high. That's good. And you actually made money somehow. Okay.
And the other way around. But
But yeah, you're married, so now technically you can have an experience with the. You can try a few things now. You should have access to the family icon now. And you can also have an experience with your lover or something. Or, well, there's other choices other than college, which you don't need to go back there.
Well, the doors are open for business. Okay. The heart, please.
You're in the midst of a very difficult decision, one that has you feeling anxious and confused. The thought crosses your mind that your mother might be able to give you some assistance.
Rely on and ask mom for help.
You've been able to maintain good family relationship over the years. Now you will begin to see how to pay off. The bonds you have developed give you a strong system of support. Your dilemma vanishes with some simple wisdom shared with you by your mother. Your life sphere and cross proofs have crossed the board. Hey!
Yay. Alright, social on the left.
Forget there's also the option to try for baby. In the ladies' room of the office at which you work, you are offered some cocaine to help you get you through a tough day.
No, not interested in pass on the offer. Snort on the white.
You know that using drugs as a coping mechanism can only lead to trouble. Fads like this often have a way of touching a person's life in one way or another. They touch some people harder than others. Snorting up some of the white stuff seems to become a preoccupation with many people your age. Some people even devote their lives to it.
The white stuff.
I
You need
can't
that.
believe all the good decision Oppai is making tonight.
I
Yes,
am making.
like Mary and Jeff George.
That's a good decision.
Well, in the terms of the game, yes, it is. Anyways,
Good lord. Sunshine like even in the physical. What kind of physical are we talking about? Yeah, let's go to the physical here.
a male contemporary lightheartedly challenged you to a game of racquetball.
Competitive and accept the challenge.
You put up a great fight, but in the end, he beats you. Even though you have suffered a minor loss, you have earned a lot of respect.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Social on the right.
While hurrying off to do a chore one day, you look down at the speedometer and see the needle inching past the 70 marker. Before you get the opportunity to ease off the accelerator, you are
Oh,
distracted by a set of flashing blue light and a voice telling you to pull over.
oh hell. This is calm and cooperative.
The officer takes your license and heads back to his car. After what seems like an eternity, he leans into your window and removes his hat and glasses. You are driving at a very dangerous speed. I imagine that there are people who wouldn't miss having you around if you got into a fatal car accident. I'm going to give you a warning now, but if I catch you speeding again, I'm going to see to it that you have to pay the full fine. Have a nice day. So hey, by staying calm, you just got off with a warning. Good job.
Right. In the 80s, everyone and their mothers were on cocaine. You were born with a strawberry. No, shut up. Uh, social on the left.
You are attending the dinner party of a close friend, Judy Lewis, and her handsome husband, Mike. All throughout dinner, Mike has been passing admiring glances your way. This kind of attention hasn't been lavished on you for quite some time, except for the fact that you just got married.
It's Mike.
In his
from Mike.
commented on your clothing, your jewelry, and your perfume. While cleaning the dishes and preparing for dessert, Judy asks crisply if you will help her do something in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
So
Hmm.
basically, Judy, the lady that's Mike's wife, is asking you to go into the kitchen and help.
Oh, that's shy
A
or don't think.
reminder that you are married, by the way.
Uh, so he's in the kitchen.
No.
Make me a sandwich, bitch. Get in the kitchen. I don't know why I went out with that. It's neutral about Mike's attention and go to the kitchen.
Alright.
There you
The
go.
love of your life gives you a sympathetic look and shrugs his shoulder as you go off into the kitchen. When you are in the kitchen, Judy mentions that she noticed how complimentary Mike has been towards you all evening. Her eyebrow begins to raise. You sense that she's trying to tell you something. What will you do now?
Ask her what she's getting at.
Through clenched teeth, she says, "What I'm hinting at is that you feel it necessary to hang all over Mike."
I don't have my rope. Uh, I mean, uh, whatever is enjoying his attention, but not thought nothing of it though. It's not like
This
I'm
one?
coming on. It's not like I'm coming on to him or anything.
Alright. Judy drops what she is preparing into the sink and begins to cry. She has just discovered that Mike has been involved in a string of affairs since the start of their marriage. It has gotten to the point where she's suspicious of everyone he talks to. When you go back to the table and Mike says something complimentary, you can...
It's, really is that a choice? Uh,
Apparently it is!
I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing though. Shit. Maybe just ignore him? But that would make things worse though. Hmm. Man. Wait, what? What?
Right.
You want? But this is my story though.
Yeah, this is Oppai's story. Oppai makes the decision, the final decision in the end.
That would be funny though, but it's like I don't want to ruin shit by just dropping mashed potatoes and pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes. Just ignore him. Jesus.
Okay. You feel sympathy for Judy and begin to wonder why she tolerates this kind of behavior in Mike.
Alright, let's go to the heart on the right.
You're still not trying for baby? You're waiting for some important news that might drastically change your life. For some strange reason, every time you think about what is happening, you get the urge to munch on something.
Restrained and not work off the nervous energy.
Since you are generally a calm person, this is a healthy undertaking. Your productivity during this period offsets the anxiety you feel about the news you are waiting to hear.
Heart on the top. Sure you don't want to traffic, baby.
A friend has asked you to mind their 6-year-old son, Evan, for the afternoon. Evan is a sweet child with large brown eyes as big as chocolate kisses. His mom has promised to take him to the mall to see his favorite superhero, Captain Cosmos, from the Captain Cosmos Cartoon Hour. You have agreed to make good on his mom's promise. After patiently waiting to see Captain Cosmos, who arrived 40 minutes late, and receiving a secret decoder ring to discount coupons to Captain Cosmos Pizza Palace, you make your way through the crowded parking lot for the return trip home. Evan, still fascinated by his larger-than-life hero, abruptly returns to Earth to notice something very peculiar about the man who gets into the bold blue Cadillac parked next to your car. "Hey, that man has the same pants and space boots as Captain Cosmos," he says, pointing a tiny finger in the direction of the man climbing into the car.
Whoops. Let's see. Calm and just make up a story.
Your story satisfies Evan's curiosity and allows him to keep the faith in one of his favorite heroes. He has plenty of time to find out that Captain Cosmos also runs the Frankfurter Shack at the south end of the mall. Oh,
Let's see.
you did goody.
Of course, I'm trying to make the good choices. Physical on the top.
It's about time you had a visit with your gynecologist.
Oh shit. Let's see. Let's calm and just go for the checkup.
That's very brave and intelligent of you. The doctor will see you now. The result of the checkup, so you are in perfect health. Your bill is $200.
Pay up $200.
Welcome to the US!
uh, the thing on the right, please. The job. Right there.
You begin thinking about whether or not you would like to invest some of your resources so that you can increase them. Basically, do you want to make an investment?
Should I invest on something? Interested? Make an investment.
An investment counselor suggests that you look into stock in a multinational computer software company. Would you like to take the risk and purchase, say, $1,000 worth of stock?
Oof. Should I take that
You
risk?
do have in the tens of thousands. Stop, Zaysha.
So I named my first kid Jeff George Jr. and it's like, Jesus Christ.
But for that, you'll need to try for baby.
Yeah, that's right for baby. Sure, let's take the risk.
Your investment triples!
Yeah, I made $3,000.
You're still pretty decent in money.
Yeah.
Alright,
All right.
what's next?
Job on the top. There you go.
You have been going through a difficult time with an influential business person who seems to really enjoy making people miserable with his sexist attitude, his arbitrary decision making, and his arrogance. You get called into his office to take the heat for a relatively minor error. The conversation begins. Look, darling, I've always believed that a woman's place is in the home. Unfortunately, those bleeding hearts upstairs have made it impossible for me to deal man to man around here. There are some problems and I want them resolved, and now!
Angry and refuse, please.
What would you like to say?
At your own expense. Really? We're gonna add our own. No, we're not doing that. Why is that a choice? The last one.
Angry tears, I guess. I don't know.
Angry tears. Don't choose it, but I'm just gonna. Don't you think I deserve a chance to explain? The second one.
So this one?
At your own expense. That's great. Yes.
Okay, this man whispered. How about
I
this?
lost my
His
job.
voice
Yeah,
is barely audible as he motions you over to death. He puts over his arm out on your shoulder and screams, "You're fired! Out! Out! I want you out! Out!" You have a choice.
I can't break.
You have
I
to
can't
take the
break,
choice.
I can't break something down. That would make things worse. So yeah, the first option.
I'll be damned if I'm going to be at any sassy mouth. Phil Lee speak to me in that tone. Suddenly, the old man clutches his heart and begins to wheeze. He slumps over in his chair and passes out cold. It looks like he's had an heart attack. You try to revive him, but he's a goner. The big boss walks in while you are trying to revive him and believes you are trying to do something heroic. You get a bonus!
Yay! I still have a job. Still. We can't fire him
Wow,
until he's
how
dead.
the hell did you get out of that?
How did I get out?
Oh, God.
Keep making those good choices, man. All right, the work thing on the left.
Baby.
Look at the side chain.
The company where you work is making drastic cutbacks. In the last few months, 3 departments have been reduced to the bare bones. Your services may be next.
Oh. Well, they might have to find new employment. New employment's in the air.
So how do you feel?
God. I feel I have to find a new place to work. Is this
Okay, but
anxious and
y'all...
find
Okay.
what happened? Anxious to find a new place to work.
Since your confidence is generally high, you must have suspected that your relationship
Shop.
with this company was in danger. You switch more work settings and become more successful. Good job!
Good. All right. Heart, please. Does it?
You just met an old friend who you haven't seen for years. She looks absolutely incredible. Thin, stylish, expensive clothes, the works. You find out that she is a very successful advertising account manager with a large firm. After her divorce, she decided to take a new lease on life, and sure enough, she's a different person. Before you part, you tell her, God, you really look terrific. Her reply is, you haven't changed a bit. Oh God!
What
I don't think you want to take that second option.
was it? Think about divorcing your husband and taking your new lease. Damn. Why would I do? Why would I do that? Let me see that review, please.
After a
What's that?
divorce, she decides to take a new lease on life, and sure enough, she's a different person. Before you part, you tell her, God, you really look terrific. Her reply is, you haven't changed a bit.
Content and go on as usual.
You must be a very confident person. Good for you.
Mhm.
She may look like she has it all, but looks can be deceiving. Everyone has their share of troubles, but you can manage the ones you have just fine. Confidence and intelligence both increase. Good job.
Let's see.
I love that you're the one who wrote that too.
Are you sure you don't want to make baby? uh, let's go to the work there on the right.
Warning, this episode contains subject matter of sexual nature. You wish to continue?
Yes, 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 yes.
You have achieved the kind of status in your job that allows you the luxury of hiring a personal secretary. There are several candidates available for interviewing. Maxine seems well organized in all business. Cynthia is a casual, laid-back type. At first, Cynthia seemed inattentive, but as the interview goes on, you realize that she pays attention very carefully, and when she speaks, always says something meaningful. Steven is a handsome, outgoing type with blonde hair and large green eyes. He seems to be organized, energetic, and eager to please. The fact that he has a charming smile and bulging biceps is noticeable, but hardly worth dwelling on. So, who of the 3 candidates will he choose?
Let me look at look at the reviews myself for a second here.
Uh,
I need to see.
I
I need
think
to see something.
I think we can only see the last part. So,
Oh shit! I don't want bulging bicep, man.
so no Steven then. All
No,
right.
no, Steven. I don't want bulging bicep. Of course, you'll take Cynthia, Zaichid. Get that lesbian action going. Let's see. Who's I forgot what was about Maxine.
I forgot, but I think she's a she. So yeah. First 2 choice are ladies. basically.
Was Cynthia smart?
She seemed inattentive, but she gave meaningful answers.
Yeah, Cynthia should be, sure, and Cynthia, right.
Cynthia is a good choice, but only for a short time. Eventually, you find her style is a bit unnerving. What is going on in that young woman's head, you wonder?
Oh,
Unfortunately, you never get a chance to find out. One day, Cynthia calls and mentions she's taking a trip to the other side of the country. She never returns.
so much for the sexual nature.
Probably if you had taken the dude, he would have ended for that.
But yeah, at the end of the friggin' office desk and just getting rammed from behind.
But a
Like,
reminder that you're in your 40s. I'm just saying. There
I
will be
don't.
a point where you will no longer be able to you know what.
My child will have a deformity. I call it psych. Let's see. uh, I guess we should have a child, right?
Alright, let me go ahead and do a save game. And I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Alright.
Name your child. Oh yeah, we get to name our child.
Well, yeah. But yeah, try to have a child. Would you like to try to have a baby or
Oh no!
adopt?
Shit. I think my 41-year-old uterus would hold one right now.
I mean, nothing else says that you had menopause, so.
It's gonna have a red tinge on the friggin' sheets.
Oh, Jesus.
Stand back, or a Varian dam's gonna burst. Uh, try to have a baby with your husband. Oh,
I'm sorry, no luck this time. If you want to have a baby, try again.
oh, so much for that.
So, hey, Jeff won't be too disappointed, though, because he did he did the deed. Hello, I did.
This is
But
so.
yeah, basically, you have to try a few times, usually.
How does one dishwasher give birth though? That's a that's a question.
That's a myth for the ages. This is
So
not a dishwasher! Yeah.
oh my god. Let's try again.
Alright.
We gotta try. You gotta keep trying.
And try for baby again or
Yeah,
adopt.
try for baby.
Congratulations! The rabbit is dead. You are officially pregnant. Over the course of the next 7 months, you have a rather uneventful pregnancy. Nor do you well along the way. Please choose the method of childbirth you think is best.
Hypnosis? What?
I have no idea.
Anesthesia? Natural childbirth, special classroom training required. Oh, it's just like the what you need to do just to give birth properly.
I'm
That
guessing?
ever has to be. I don't know about this childbirth. I know about tossing things to the dumpster though.
Oh my god, Oppai.
Do I need to get my hanger out?
No?
Get my camera out of the hanger.
Do not abort sight.
Do not abort psych.
uh,
Hit the eject button and just deposits them.
but yeah, what will you do?
What is this stewed tomato on the floor?
Oh god.
want to see a stewed tomato in the toilet. Uh, a natural childbirth. I guess we'll do
Alright.
some special classroom training.
The next 2 months fly quickly as the preparation for the new arrival are made. You and your husband sit in the required classes and learn a great deal about childbirth as a phenomenon as an experience. One evening you are disturbed by a series of sharp pain, followed by contraction at regular intervals. It's time to go to the hospital! The birth goes along smoothly with absolutely no complication. The event itself is awe-inspiring. There is a small amount of discomfort, but your husband and the doctor make a fine cheerleading squad. As you prepare to see your child emerge, you fantasize about the events to come. Teething, dancing, talking, school plays, dancing lessons, softball games, college grandchildren. It is overwhelming. Suddenly, a shrill cry cuts through the silence of the delivery room. Ah! 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 Oh my gosh! A baby! You eagerly await reports of the first quick inventory. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes, a crinkly nose. Oh yes, one more thing. That part in the middle. Let's have a look. Congratulations, Mom and Dad! You are now the proud parents of a bouncing baby girl!
Oh, Jesus.
Over the course of the next 2 days, you try to recuperate from the experience. Unfortunately, there are some complications. The baby needs to be observed and monitored for the next few days at the hospital just as a precaution. Although this is a stressful period for you, the result is that the baby is healthy. Congratulations again!
Yay!
Now do you want to name the baby?
It's a baby girl, though.
Yeah, so you can't really name her Psych or
Why?
Jeff
I
George
can name it
Jr.
Psych. I can name it Psych.
Name your child. What would you like to name your little girl? Oh, apparently you can't even put your own thing. You have to choose one of these, apparently. I guess these were the popular choices in '86 or something.
Well, at least it's not. At least my baby ain't black, cause otherwise those names would be much longer than they are right now.
Oh my god.
Ashana, the Kiko with an apostrophe in it.
Can you choose instead of being racist? Thank you for the bit section.
That's what have. That's the sound it plays when the baby just falls on the floor like a stewed tomato.
Oh my god.
So these are white baby names here. Damn it.
Alright, we're back apparently, so yeah. Just Oppai has still not chosen a name, by the way.
I am trying to decide. It sucks that I can't write my own.
Yeah, that's kind of bollocks, as Zaichin says.
How about Mary?
Alright. Little Mary. There you go.
There you go.
You have little Mary now. Doesn't mention it here, but now you can technically have family experiences if you want. Or you can try for a second baby.
No, we're not gonna have to.
Technically, you could.
I could, but it's like no.
But have a family experience.
Yeah.
You are watching Mary sleep peacefully in the crib. Suddenly, Mary's mouth opens in a perfect O shape. Hands clench in tight little fists. The baby awakens and focuses intently on your face.
Insert fist here. No. Just, s- just stand there and smile at the baby.
This isn't very stimulating. Mary would have preferred a nice
Man,
warm body to be close
I
to.
wanted to choose that, but I was like, oh shit. Fuck me. Family experience again.
Alright. It's time to give the baby a bath. How do you feel?
Calm and relaxed.
You are a calm and relaxed person in general. You keep the baby's attention on you as you support it within the warm water. A warm water bath is not something the baby's all that unfamiliar with. You know, your reactions are likely to influence the child more than anything else.
Social.
Your dizzy next door neighbor is having dinner guests over. 3 hours before the guests arrive, she bursts into your home and asks if you would help her cook a meal for them. She has absolutely no idea about how to start. Maybe if she didn't sleep until noon every day and watch the soap until 5, she could learn how to cook, you think to yourself. On the other hand, she has done a score of small favors to you, so maybe it wouldn't hurt to lend her some kind of hand.
Yeah, the back of it. Um, let's see, sympathetic. I like don't pick it, but I like the third option. Prepare 2 of the dishwashers in your home. Bring them over.
Dishes, not dishwashers. I know you're married to Jeff George, but
It's a global phenomenon. Dishwasher gives birth. Oppai, where are my dishwashers?
Oppai, we are all my dishwashers. Ooh, yeah.
Let's see. Let her a cookbook. Lend her my sex tape.
God damn it! I don't think that's gonna help to cook shit.
Entire meal for her. Maybe I can cook an entire meal for her, right?
Are you sure? Final answer?
I hate these final answer shit. That's why I really don't want to play this game anymore. It's gonna have a sad ending. Watch. Jesus Christ. You torture me with this shit.
Oh my god. I mean, you're the one doing the decisions. I'm just making sure.
This wouldn't be so bad if it was the male part of this shit.
You
But you didn't tell me what the fuck it is.
said female, so here we are.
I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
I mean,
Asshole.
I mean, whenever your life as a female is done, we could always try again as male if you wanted. Starting with the baby male, obviously, but you know.
I'm gonna piss on all my parents. Go. Yeah, just cook her an entire meal for her.
Alright. While you're slaving away at preparing the meals, she's sitting on the couch, munching Godiva chocolate and watching television. Every once in a while, she comes over, tastes what you are cooking, and says, I think it needs something. The dinner is a tremendous success. You get the day behind in whatever it is were doing.
Shit. I had a crust.
Your parents have called to ask for your help on a matter of some urgency.
Of course we're gonna be helpful.
You have what you believe are reasonable solutions to their dilemma, but realize that the more you try to give them that sound advice, the more they treat you as though you were still a child. How do you feel about this?
It's like, I'm not a child anymore. Uh, just angry.
I can understand how this could cause you to feel angry, but in their eyes, you are still their little girl. Believe it or not, eventually your advice sinks in, though. They fail to attribute their success in solving the problem to you. Some things never change.
Hmm. How much of this tree we have left?
This is it, actually.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
I think this portion of your life goes until you're 50, if I remember right.
Oh, so this is
And
gonna
now
be
you are
it.
43.
So we're getting the near end of this.
So, what do you want to do?
Let's the braid.
The brain. The brain. Your friends have been telling you for a long time that you should seriously consider writing a book.
Let's take them seriously and just try to write a book.
You certainly have the discipline for the task. You are certainly bright enough to manage this task. You are expressive enough to do it. Your confidence shows that you believe you are capable of doing the project. What an ambitious undertaking! In what area would you like to write the book?
Fictional create.
There is something you could do considering the studies you did and what you're working in.
A business guide.
You wanna do it?
Yeah.
Your book is completed and published. Over the course of the next few months, you don't make that much money, $3,000, but your book receives great critical acclaim.
Hey, that's good.
Not too bad. You did
Still
make
making
some
that.
money.
How about the job on the left?
You are at work, and a decision about something has to be made fast. The person from whom you need the most help in making the decision is unavailable for consultation.
What is it again? Sorry.
You are at work, and a decision about something has to be made fast. The person from whom you need the most help in making the decision is unavailable for consultation.
Alright. Independent and trust your instincts.
Your intellectual spheres indicate that you are smart enough to make sensible decisions in situations like this. Well done!
Nice.
Good job!
Alright. Social on the right.
Your old high school is having its yearly prom. You have been asked to be a chaperone.
Honored and willing and chaperone the prom.
You arrive at the prom and see the students dressed in their begged, rented, and borrowed formal wear. Colored streamers decorate the area where the prom is being held. Is it the streamers from the game Streamers? Anyways. Young couple lean over to each other, shuffling their feet in small steps during these slow dances. You can't help but reminisce about your passage through this time in life. How does this make you feel?
He's happy.
In the corner of the room, you notice a couple necking passionately. The young man has managed to slide his hand. Yeah, necking passionately. The young man has managed to slide his hand up the skirt and between the leg of his date. What will you do?
Oh. Let's just leave him alone.
Alright. Some chaperone you turned out to be.
Shit.
You have just passed through adulthood. Your family life has been good. The children in your life seem to be growing up so fast. They give you so much more than your share of aggravation, but they are also lovable and give you great joy. Physically, you have not very healthy. You have chosen wisely to stay away from drinking and drugs, however. At this station in life, you have probably chosen to associate with a select group of cohorts. In general, your social skills are excellent. I hope that you and Jeff are enjoying your lives together. It can get difficult, but it looks as though you are trying. Now, regarding your emotional personality development, you're a very trustworthy person.
Damn right.
Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control. You seem to be enjoying your life, even though you experience the blues every once in a while. It's nice to see that you are not having a depressed, traumatized life. You can be sensible and understanding. You are usually cool, calm, and collected. Occasionally, you are doing well, despite the day-to-day hassle and problems at work. You certainly have a good head on your shoulder. You are not only book smart, you also have plenty of common sense. As you approach the middle years of life, age will probably play a more central role in your experience than it has in your past. For some individuals, the middle years are a time of depression and regret. For others, they are the beginning of a settling down period of contentment. Life can always be as rich and full as you want it to be. You might not be able to climb the highest tree in the forest anymore, but now may be the first time that you allow yourself to experience its beauty without needing to conquer or possess it. Welcome to middle adulthood.
This has gotta be the end right here.
There is technically another period of life after this.
Oh, really? Oh. No. I'm like, well, how many? I just want this thing to be over. Seriously.
Anyways, wanna get started with something?
Oh, God. I'm honestly, I'm really getting this shit.
So now you are... Oh, 45. Okay, I was sure it was going to 50. Oh well. Anyways, what you wanna do?
I don't know. Hold on a sec. Oh, social.
A longtime friend and confidant tells you that she is worried that her husband is fooling around with another woman. You have known the two of them for quite some time and don't think her husband would do something like that, but you aren't positive about it either.
Can I see that again by myself?
Sure.
Space. She's paranoid? No, don't say that. Tell her it's probably nothing.
And what's your mood about this?
Sympathetic.
Not long after she tells you this, you happen to see her husband walking arm in arm with a beautiful young woman.
Whoops. Tell your friend what you saw.
Okay.
Oof.
Couldn't resist poking your nose into other people's business, could you? After revealing what you saw, your friend confronts her husband and throws him out of the house. Not soon after, the husband presents an airtight alibi, which exonerates him and identifies you as a meddler. Well,
Well, that happened. Alright, the job thing. Please.
you need to talk about someone about a finance-related matter. The person with whom you are dealing has a reputation for being a stern, pragmatic, and very money-conscious business type. A meeting between you and this person is suggested. The outcome of such a meeting can affect your vocational sphere tremendously because she is very influential.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. Is it confident? Suggest, a lunch meeting.
Alright, so
Or
regular confident?
or very confident, actually. I didn't see that, yeah. A lunch meeting.
At lunch, the waiter asks if you would like to order a drink.
A drink. Look at that.
Oh wow, what a typo.
The hell is a drink?
It's called a typo.
Bartender, can I get the typo?
So, non-alcoholic drink.
Of course, non-alcoholic. Yeah, of course.
A wise move. Now you won't have to worry about the effects of alcohol
Welcome to the
interfering with
pasture.
your bison
Enjoy your
joining us.
stay.
Thank you for the host. Anyways, you won't have to worry about the effects of alcohol interfering with your judgment or your appearance. Good insight translates into an increase on the thoughtfulness characteristic. Because your thoughtfulness is generally moderate to strong, the meeting goes well. The outcome is an increase in resources to the tune of $10,000.
Hell yeah. This has made some bank right there.
Let's see your bank, actually. Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
I made money, damn it. I made money. The social.
You have seen your friend Marcia and her husband John socially
Marcia?
for a very long time. They have a very peculiar relationship. John insists on controlling every aspect of Marcia's life. One day when you are talking to Marcia, she confesses that about 3 years ago, she began seeing another man, one who is kind, gentle, and loving. She has been thinking about leaving John for this other man, but is unsure if she can.
This is comfortable. Give her some advice.
Comfortable?
Yeah. Give her some advice.
What kind of advice are you going to give her?
Of course, they're gonna be descriptive with this.
I know the one I would use, but it is your story.
Wait, which one would you use?
I'm not telling. It's your story.
Aye, man.
It wouldn't be fair if I influenced the decision, you know?
I think it would be seeking marriage or counseling.
To be honest, that would have been the choice I would have taken.
Alright.
Marcia tells you that she and John have already been to several marriage counselors. Two marriage counselors got so fed up with John that for the sake of their own sanity, they refused to see the couple anymore. Two others said that the problem was Marcia's own lack of assertiveness and her desire to be controlled, which more than you anyway, but couldn't tell. You want to give Marcia any more advice?
Sure.
What advice will you be giving now, Sigmund?
Sigmund Freud. Oh no, dude.
Oh
I
boy.
didn't. Oh.
I honestly didn't know it would lead to this.
Oh no, I don't want this at all, though.
Ugh.
Oh, I mean, we can't get back out of this, can we?
No.
Shit. Did we save?
You have to make a decision.
I don't want to. I don't want to make this decision, dude.
Well, it's a bit too late for that.
No, I'm not making this. Hell with that. Hell no. I ain't making no decision right.
Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I can technically use a panic button to get out of this. I'm gonna use it once per every ages. Do you want me to use the panic button?
There's such a thing as that?
Yes.
What would that do, though?
Basically, it'll completely cancel this, but time will still pass.
I mean, I really don't want to make it. I did not think it was gonna turn out this way. And I really don't want no part of this. So yeah, we're gonna have to use it, unfortunately.
Panic!
Uh,
What do you want to do?
Alright, physical then.
Lately, you have been feeling sharp twinges of pain localized in the stomach. The pain arrives about an hour or two about after eating, but disappears completely when you put something into your stomach.
No concern. Go to the doctor.
Your concern is justified. The doctor tells you that you have developed an ulcer. Right now, the ulcer can be treated with some antacid and other medication by rest and relaxation and by avoiding stressful situation whenever possible. Will you take the doctor's advice?
Yes.
Good. Eventually, you recover. Good job. You're alive.
Nice. Oh, the heart?
This one?
Yes.
While you are thinking about your life and the future, you come to a startling realization. The average life expectancy for a woman is only about 20 years past your current age.
Seriously? It's like, be like, calm and ignore it.
That is a pretty good trick. You must be the type of person who can completely blot unpleasant thoughts from your mind. It used to be believed that people who do this are unhealthy, but research is beginning to indicate that it can be healthy in some situations. It may indeed be healthy not to let yourself worry about things over which you have no control.
Nice. Um, this is the job thing.
As you advance vocationally, you must leave your old responsibilities to various different people. On your next move forward, you are notified that a very young woman, full of new ideas, technique, and strategies, is about to fill your old position. She will not be placed without your approval. You interviewed her for the position and she comments that while she feels you did a good job where you were, she plans on doing a better one. She sees yet your skill are in the area that you are about to leave as limited and old fashioned, not because of any fault of your own, but because times are changing, you know.
Hmm. For, since times are changing. It's like
Times
an
be
insult.
changing, yo.
That's an insult. I think I still know
For
how to do
old
my
people,
job.
it can be considered an insult, yes.
Yeah. Should just be calm and recommend hiring her.
In 3 months' time, everyone who comes in contact with her is complaining that she's intolerable to work with. You can.
Call her in for a talk.
You mentioned that she may be coming on too strong, and maybe she should take it easy. She tells you that she absolutely disagrees. The people who can't work with her simply aren't willing to work.
It's just recommend she be let go. I mean, need that relationship going, man. Come on.
So let go.
Yeah. Just
You
let
can
me
see
go.
that this person doesn't take direction very well. This may be the only thing that will calm her down.
Yeah. The heart on the left.
A friend of yours who believes in astrology, tarot cards, and other similar kinds of self-direction tries to convince you to have your cards read by Madame Natasha, a psychic medium.
Uh, should I see the medium?
It's up to you.
No. Skeptical, don't see it.
Boy, what a party pooper. You don't have to buy anything, you know. You could have just gone in to see what Madame Natasha was like and then left.
Ah, fuck you, game. Anyways, let's have a family experience.
Social, you mean?
Family experience.
Oh, okay. No problem. At a large picnic, you and Mary are asked if you want to join a three-legged race.
Yeah, join the race.
Since you are not in very good physical condition, you have trouble keeping up with your energetic style, You lose the race, but Mary bolstered your sagging esteem by telling you that you were the best, not to mention the prettiest mom in the whole race. You just didn't want to show off. It would be difficult to imagine someone who could make you feel more special.
Let's have another one.
Sure. You are about to leave Mary in the tender, loving care of your mother. You give her a brief list of rules regarding sleep. Do not let Mary stay up too late eating. Restrict the junk food. Sugar makes Mary hyper. And plaything. Please do not buy Mary any fancy toys. Every time we pass a toy store, Mary wants something. When you return, you find out that Mary was allowed to watch the Johnny Carson show every night. Now, there was no school, so what's the harm? Mary is bouncing off in the walls and running in circles on the floor. There is a huge empty box of chocolate on the table. Oh, come on, just a taste, sweetheart. On the way out, Mom yells, Mary, don't forget the shopping bag, which happens to be full of toys. They're all educational toys, dear.
No. It's the middle.
Alright. Mom gets the message, but it is hard for her to resist. She apologizes.
Thank you for understanding. Social.
At a social gathering of old friends, attention focuses on Marcia Brandon, a never married woman who has arrived wearing outlandish clothes, a hairstyle at least 20 years behind the time, and makeup that seems to have been applied with a spatula.
What?
Friends became elbowing one another. You hear someone mutter a sentence which ends in beauty school dropout and a giggle. Someone else offered the tag bag lady in training to describe her. The oddness of her appearance is both comical and unsettling. Later, Marcia comes over you and asks how you've been.
This is supportive. So you say something positive to her.
In a quiet voice, she asks if she can speak to you privately about something.
Walk away from the crowd for a moment.
She thanks you for the kind words and mentions that she realizes everyone around her thinks she's strange. You have never really heard her talk at length, but you find out that she really doesn't care what other people think, and never did. She has a very enjoyable life on the whole. It seems that she needs $5,000 of seed money to get a new cosmetic company off the ground. Electric eyeshadow and foundation putty are two of the products under development now. She asks if you would like to get it on the ground floor. If the venture is of success, you will earn half the profits.
Like 2,500? Jesus.
5,000.
Yeah, but I get half of the profits. I don't know.
Depends on how much they make.
Sure, I guess.
Alright. The project's a failure.
Of
You lost your
course.
investment.
Of course I did. There's my $5,000, man. Damn it.
You still made money in the end.
Yeah, but still, that's 5,000. A lot. Let's do
What
the
is
heart.
next for Lady Oppai the Heart? Warning: this episode contains
Of course.
sexual nature.
I like how enthusiastic you read it.
Anyway, do you wish to continue? Yes or no?
Oh, it should be yes and yes.
A college-aged guy named Bobby Reinhardt works at the dry cleaning store that you use. One evening, you arrive at the store just as it is closing. You absolutely need the clothes tonight. Bobby is already out the door. Because you know him by name and because you also know that he's friendly, you feel sure that he will reopen the store and get you your clothes.
Friendly and ask him to reopen the store.
Alright? Your social skill make it easy for you to ask for this request in a way that is difficult to refuse. He reopens the store for you. As you watch him disappear to the back of the store, you really notice how firm his body is, and for a moment you drift back to the days where you were that young.
No,
Was it that long ago, you wonder? Yes, you conclude. It was that long ago. Buddy snaps you back into reality by handing you a big pile of clothes and asks if you would like a hand walking down to the car. You thank him. Just before you pull out of the parking lot, you notice that Bobby is having car trouble. Rather than having genuine concern about his transportation difficulty, you find yourself entertaining thoughts of a fling with this young man.
No, we are not. We are not having any no flings with this. I am married. No flings, please. Jesus Christ.
So what will you do between these three decisions?
Hold on a second. Just fixing something here. Wait a minute. If I offer to help him jump start the car, would that consider?
I have no idea.
Because I don't want to do anything bad. I'd rather just do nothing, go home.
Final answer?
Yeah, I don't want no part of this shit.
Your conscience gets the better of you. For a moment, you resent everything about your life. The fact that you're getting old, the fact that you're married, and the fact that you can no longer do whatever you please. Worse than that, you feel that you never really appreciated that time of life when you could have done whatever you pleased. In the car on the way home, you remind yourself of the things you do have and begin the train ride back to adulthood, sighing at all the familiar images. As you walk through the door, Jeff, with a worried look on his face, asks where you have been.
Ugh. Hmm. I can't I can't I can't say car trouble because that's not the case. Because we didn't have car
I
trouble.
mean, you didn't do anything, so technically,
Just tell him the truth.
you didn't really do anything, so there's no reason to hide it. Jeff looks at you in a peculiar way. You don't look guilty enough or happy enough to have done anything over getting suspicious over.
Okay. Social.
You have just walked into a store and there is apparently no one around to take your order. It seems that the person who should be waiting on you has stepped out of sight for a few moments. Waiting in this store with you is a teenager, a young man about 16 years old wearing an old t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans. He must have arrived a few seconds before you. He is tapping his foot lightly on to the sound of the imaginary rock and roll band playing in his hand. The proprietor steps out from the room at the back of the room, makes eye contact with you, and says, "May I help you?" So, do you care about the teenager or not, basically?
No, I don't.
So, neutral, place your order?
Yeah.
Did you realize that the boy was in the store ahead of you?
Yes.
What reason do you have it for not mentioning it?
Wow. You figured you were lucky to be called first, I guess? Question mark.
Alright. Luck has absolutely nothing to do with it, and I think you know that. The gentleman in the store favored you over the adolescent because you are an adult. He was prejudiced in favor of you. Adults often wonder why adolescents have a me against you attitude about things. This is one reason.
Oh my goodness.
I think most people have gone through that too.
Yeah. Physical.
While looking in the mirror, you notice that the skin around your eyes is marked by deep cracks which radiate toward your temple like dried tree roots in search of water. There are deep lines in your forehead, and for the first time you realize that they make you look as if your face is frozen in a constant skull.
Hmm. I am not gonna have some cosmetic surgery. No.
So how do you feel and what do you want to do if not cosmetic surgery?
This is depressed and ask for advice?
Okay. Who will you ask?
Maybe the husband. Uh,
Jeff tells you that he loves you just the way you are. He prefers you with a few wisdom line. Would you opt for the surgical procedure anyway?
no.
Then it wasn't your wrinkles that were bothering you.
So, let me climb up and see how far we have to go. It's not too much. Uh, social on the left.
Your car has to be taken in for some minor repair work. The work will not cost you any appreciable amount of money, but it will be an inconvenience, as you will have to drop the car off at the repair shop early in the morning and rearrange your usual travel plans. You call in to make an appointment, and the service representative tells you that repairs are made on a first come, first serve basis.
Um, Let me review it, please. Just needs to make sure.
You call in to make an appointment, and the service representative tells you that repairs are made on a first come, first serve basis.
All right. Just calm and just bring the car to be fixed.
Alright? It is easy to see that you are an optimist. You're greeted by a mechanic who is clearly holding a book with the word appointments in big letter above the front. You clearly recall hearing that cars would be taken on a first come, first serve basis. Perhaps they are running beauty parlor in the back of the garage. Perhaps they used to do service by appointment and now they just keep the book for something else. Nope. It is a bona fide appointment book. The mechanic apologized for the misunderstanding. He sees that you are a calm person and is prepared to treat you with courtesy. He can give you an appointment for 3 weeks from Friday.
Begin the yellow scream. No. That's a funny answer. Uh,
Basically become Karen.
uh, Karen's not too bad though.
I mean, that's what they call the ladies that keep calling managers and shit.
Uh, oh my goodness. Let's just accept the appointment.
Alright. Not only are you calm, but you are also quite unassertive, with all due respect. Over the next 3 weeks, your clientele deteriorates rapidly. The cost of the repair bill when you finally do get your appointment is $500.
Damn it.
Oh well.
What are my stats actually?
Let's see.
I checked our
Yeah,
stats.
you're 54, 5 months. Still very low in physical, but everything else is okay.
I'm a weak motherfucker.
Same thing here.
But look, my stats went up though.
And you still have over $50,000.
Let's have a family experience.
Sure. Mary has announced that all of this kids at school are going to a date dance that requires a date. Will you let Mary attend?
Date. Sure. I guess.
Care to give any advice to Mary before the big night?
Make sure he has a condom. Let's see. Yeah, give advice about the birds and the bees.
Mary is amused by her analogies and sincere attempts to offer useful advice. Don't you know Mary learned all of that in third grade sex education? Get with it.
Take with out of that quote. Get it.
God damn it, Oppai. It's your baby, girl! What the fuck are you doing? Well, I mean,
It's female freak, damn it.
she's no longer a baby, but you know.
Let's have a family experience.
Alright. Mary has just told you that the newest style in casual wear is to wrap electrical tape around the wrist and arm. Mary wants to know where you keep your supply of electrical tape.
I disapprove of this style.
But Mom, all of the other kids are wearing the tape. Why can't I do it too?
Don't.
Mom!
But Mom! The first option, please. The hell with that.
Never try to come back whining with logic. Mom! In time the droning subsides, but for now you become tempted to tape up Mary's mouth as a mean of compromising.
Well, at least we're being resourceful. Let's see, physical, please.
You didn't miss much, honestly, Zaichin. In the middle of a great rush to get out of the house, you pick up a pair of shoes only to see the heel dangling precariously from the back. It looks like you can pound the heel back into the shoe and still wear it.
Your daughter's starting to turn into Cartman.
Oh my god. Mom!
Ma, please stop calling me. Hit the review button, please. I need to look at this. Let's see, middle of the street. Yeah. He'll pound the shoe. Determined. And pound the heel back into the shoe.
The heel goes in surprisingly easy and seems surprisingly sturdy. Will you wear them?
Yes.
You take 2 good steps and then think you feel a slight wobble. Are you absolutely positive?
No.
You may just have avoided a sprained ankle. You pick out another pair of shoes that looks just fine. You may have saved yourself some more physical damage.
Top heart.
You have just returned from your yearly physical checkup. After your examination, you are told that you have begun your menopause. Even though it was something you expected might happen soon, when the news is delivered, you feel a terrible sinking feeling in your stomach. During a quiet time, you begin to reflect on your life, your family, and the people around you to whom you have formed attachment. You have lived a great part of your life, and now seems as good a time as any to take inventory. As you look around, you find that there are twos much younger than you who have accomplished more. You have friends who have beautiful homes and vacation in Europe twice a year. There are other friends who seem to have achieved a great deal more in other ways too. The reality of losing the ability to produce children strikes you in a funny way. A part of you is relieved not to have to worry about taking precaution to avoid pregnancy. You will look forward to not having to bother with your period every one too. Another part of you feels a loss. You may feel a peculiar sense of uselessness. Intellectually, you know that you are still important, vital to many people, but emotionally, you have been conditioned to society's expectations and roles.
Be content and relieved. Just remain as you are.
Alright. You must be either quite healthy, or you are resilient to facing some of the typical worries associated with this time of life. In case you are interested, some of your friends are finding themselves terribly ambivalent about their lives right about now. They are experiencing mood swings, bounds of guilt, shames and anxiety, even panic. Since you are not experiencing any of these, it would be inappropriate to offer words of encouragement. I hope your outlook remains this positive throughout the rest of your life.
Hmm. The heart again.
Yep. While you are pulling out of a parking lot, you witness a hit and run accident. A young boy on a bicycle has been struck by another motorist and is bleeding in the middle of the street. It doesn't look like there's enough time for you to get help.
Calm and try to administer first aid.
Calmness is a trait that is central to the personality. In this instant, you use it to react quickly and efficiently. You approach the boy, who is bleeding profusely.
Let's help him there.
This was a good idea. Moving him might have meant complications, especially if there were broken bones. The sound of your voice is comforting. The boy is relieved that you are there. You apply pressure to the bleeding. Soon, an ambulance arrives. You're credited with saving the boy's life.
Oh, hell yeah.
The next day, newspaper and television reports chronicle of your heroic deed. You're quite a remarkable person. Good job!
Nice. The crest.
Your father's eyesight is beginning to fail him, and his reflexes are not as quick as they used to be. In spite of this, he refuses to turn his driving license. Although he rarely drives, when he does, he is an absolute menace. You're sure that he will wind up killing either himself or an innocent person.
Just sympathetic and try to reason with him.
You try to explain that he might hurt himself. Nonsense! What's the matter with you? Do you think I'm a child? I can take care of myself. Sympathy does not always suit a savage beast. I'm guessing that was supposed to be beast. Your father feels as if an important decision were being made for him.
Wait, do not hit that yet. Sympathy does not always soothe the savage breast. Can we make that as a quote, please?
Well, someone is gonna have to do it. This is very upsetting to older people. After spending a lifetime being responsible for your children, it is hard to accept their attempts to be responsible for you. He doesn't give up the license.
Shit. Alright, the brain. There.
Your accountant suggests some creative accounting techniques that are guaranteed to reduce the amount of money you'll be giving Uncle Sam this year. This technique have one minor disadvantage. They are in that gray area of accounting practices that fall dangerously close to being illegal.
Yeah.
Now, how gray the area is depends on the skill of your accountant, your willingness to see things this way, and the probability that your tax return will be flagged for an audit. It's April Fool's Day, a mere fortnight away from the day of reckoning.
Oh, Jesus. What does prudent mean?
Basically, keep going the normal way and not try this way, I'd say, in this case. That's basically it.
It's like the confident in the second one, I think.
Inappropriate response.
I figured that and the second one.
So anxious and be prudent. Ha! The accountant cuffs at your cowardice. He wants no parts of you in this practice. You are not progressive enough for him. Eventually, the two of you go your separate ways. You travel down the straight and narrow path. He travels down the path leading to the big house.
So he got caught. Good. Okay. Job.
Things are becoming extremely stressful at work lately. You cannot find a single person capable of doing his or her job well, and there are time pressures and deadlines. You find yourself working overtime. At the end of the day, you would like to do more than anything just to relax, but it's no use. The more you try to wind down after work, the more the pressure gets to you. You're beginning to feel afraid that work has become such an overbearing responsibility that you will no longer be able to enjoy life.
Uh, it's like, angry and just do something about it.
That's the spirit. What will you do?
No, we're not drinking.
Yeah, I suppose you can't.
Yeah, we can't. Uh,
I was not a trustworthy accountant at all.
quote unquote, take a nice stiff drink from her husband.
Oh my god.
Quote unquote. uh, All I ever taken a nice long vacation would like clear my head.
So you want to do that?
Or should I change jobs? I need a vacation, yeah.
Alright. What a splendid idea! Will you be doing a lot of sightseeing and other enjoyable activities during your vacation?
Yes.
You must be careful then. Some people plan such complicated vacation itineraries that their relaxed time becomes just as filled with responsibility as their work time.
Okay. Alright, let's. Oh, we're almost there actually. Social.
At the last minute, you become the only person available to drive a group of 5 howling, screeching, rambunctious, overactive first graders to their first school play.
Slightly put off, but let's drive the children.
On the way to the play, there is the usual cacophony 7-year-olds high-pitched squeal with the occasional "Stop that!" One child is nervous about the play and requests that you pull over for a moment to release some of his butterflies, along with 2 days' lunch.
Oh.
After the event, the other children banish him to a corner of the car with chants of "Gross, gross, gross!" When you arrive at the school auditorium, you are informed of a catastrophe. The giant mushroom has fallen ill with chicken pox. Will you please willing to fill in for him? Please?
Sure, why not? Let's be a giant mushroom.
Bravo! Your giant mushroom performance is riveting! You could easily win the Tony Award for Best Supporting Role as a Fungus!
Fungus among us. Job on the right.
Because of your fine vocational performance, you're singled out for your tremendous achievement and honored at an awards dinner hosted by important members of your work environment. During your introduction, the host notes that you are outstanding because of your ability to work with others, enrich the field, and exemplifying the most outstanding qualities of hard work, patience, and pride.
Humble and modest make a long speech.
Anyone who is truly humble and modest should certainly not burden the audience with a long, bombastic speech. I guess you are not as humble as you think you are, but that's okay. Tonight is your night, so enjoy.
Alright. Physical.
Since you are putting on a few extra pounds around the waist, you consider a physical exercise program it might benefit you. A health club might not be a bad idea.
Hell yeah. Interested. Interested. Enjoyed.
The price of a membership is $500. Would you care to join?
Yes.
After a week of sweating and toiling, you feel worse than when you began. Do you honestly think you can keep up with this?
Definitely.
You certainly have the self-discipline needed for sticking to a rigorous exercise program. How about joining a nice aerobic class to get your heart in shape?
Yes.
The class is full of women at least 15 years your junior. They make you a bit self-conscious. Steve, however, is a hunk. Getting in shape might be more fun than you think. At the end of a 6-week program, your body looks terrific. Good
Sweet.
job. Let's
What am I
actually
sta-
look at your physical. Oh, it went
Oh,
over
yeah.
60 again. This is
And
good.
I made $70,000. That's for
Holy
the
shit,
heart.
yeah. Oh wow, you're 61 years old now.
For the heart.
You have a small appliance that is broken but can definitely be fixed with a little tinkering.
Yeah, motivate it and tinker with it.
There is a loose screw that is hanging precariously its lip in a very hard to reach space. As you bring the screwdriver near the screw, it slipped just out of reach.
Maybe we should stop tinkering it. Yeah. I don't want to risk getting hurt.
Alright. Good for you. You can see that this appliance is programmed for providing aggravation. Any other aspect of it is as a feature intended to disguise its main use. Calmness increases.
Good. I made a good choice. Job.
It is the morning before an important day at work. As you are getting ready, your cheek begins to twitch rather noticeably. At first, the twitch feels like a mid-tickle on your cheek. You don't give it much thought, but as time passes, it gets much worse. Soon, your eyes begin to blink uncontrollably at random intervals.
Hmm. Can I see that again for myself?
Sure.
Hmm. Space. Anxious and afraid, try to do something about it.
What will you do?
You see a doctor.
The doctor tells you that your tic is probably a nervous habit, brought on by stress. There is no telling how long it may last. Sometimes they become permanent. You'll have to slow down and relax. Vacation from work? Oh my god, why are there so many typos all of a sudden?
BKO.
Vacation.
This story is happy end.
So, do you want a vacation or continue?
Maybe continue as is.
The habit becomes worse before it gets better. It is not long before your nervous tic becomes an involuntary shoulder shrug, always occurring at the most inconvenient time. One day, while standing in a crowded elevator, you nearly injure 3 people with your uncontrollable tics and body jerk. People begin to treat you as if there is something seriously wrong with you. Your stubborn refusal to take it easy has caused your problem to get worse. Not only do you have tics related to stress, you now have tics related to your self-consciousness about having tics. Eventually, they subside, but not before causing you extreme anxiety and embarrassment.
Shit. Even my stats went down on that one. Pretty sure.
Yeah, calmness is way down compared to what it was.
Let's have a
And
family.
social also went down.
Yeah. That sucked. No, I did.
You said, oh, family, shit. Oh well. That's also family, that's the problem. Alright,
Right.
anyways. A relative who you haven't seen in many years calls you up on the phone with a hard luck story. Yeah, oh my god. He needs approximately $5,000 in order to keep his house. You have heard that he has certain bad habits too when he speaks with you. He sounds decent enough. Perhaps he really has fallen on hard times. He appeals to you for the loan, which he assures you he will repay within the year.
No.
So what mood then?
So, I'm pretty sure if I sit sympathetic and do not lend him, it's gonna be inappropriate. But try it anyways.
You say, I know how tough it is, but don't fork over the cash. This makes your relative angry with you. He slams down the receiver after saying he doesn't need any of your charity.
Eh,
You have just passed through middle adulthood. Your family's life has been good. During this phase of life, your body doesn't always respond the way your mind would like it to. A sore back after a hard day's work, or sore feet and legs after a long walk are not uncommon. In general, you are very fit for a woman your age. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about drugs or alcohol ruining your health. Socially, you're doing fine. I hope that you and Jeff are enjoying your lives together. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, you're a very trustworthy person. Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control. You seem to have negotiated your midlife crisis without becoming depressed. You can be sensible and understanding. You are usually cool, calm, and collected. People see you as an extremely wise person. They rely on you often for advice and are pleased with the result they get from interacting with you. The next phase of life is full of mixed blessing. You may feel old and lonely some days, and cheerful and strong on others. Our society certainly has its share of prejudice against older folks, but you can have rich and rewarding experiences despite this. You will have the chance to thumb your nose at people who think you are too old to live it up a little. After all, you were doing most of these things and enjoying them long before these people were toilet trained. Welcome
mhm.
to old age.
Oh,
This is the final part of the game.
ugh. Shall we leave it as this?
There's really not that much left, honestly, and I just want to showcase this real quick before we even get started here. There is a special card at the end of this. I'll,
That's like the end, pretty much. Oh, yeah, it does look very short, dude. So yeah, we
but
might as well
yeah,
finish
you
it
are
here.
65. And. What? Wait, did I see that right? Oh no, okay, it's 63. Okay.
Uh,
Anyways, what do you want to
social,
start with?
social.
At a family gathering, you notice a table with some sweet Cordials. You think it might be a good idea to go over and sample some of them. Maybe loosen up and enjoy the party a bit. Alright, see you, Zaichin.
Yeah. Let me see that again. Sorry, distracted. Mm, cordials is what exactly?
Sweet Cordials, I'd say might be some little things to eat. I don't exactly know the word. Might be hors d'oeuvre. I don't remember.
Because I don't want to choose something wrong, honestly.
Oh, there we go.
What?
Eric actually mentioned what it is. There's sometimes alcoholic, like a sweet wine or something like that.
Oh no, we're not drinking.
Alright, so do not sample.
Yeah.
Are you not interested because you are afraid of how it might affect your behavior?
What happened? What
Are
did?
you not interested because you are afraid of how it might affect your behavior?
Yes.
Taking a small sip probably wouldn't hurt. Would
No.
you like to try a little?
No.
Okay, well, then you must have your reasons then.
Thank you. Physical. On the right.
Which one? Okay. A young man walks up to you in the park and looks you square in the eye. Have you got a dime? He says.
Sorry, distracted again.
A young man
Uh,
walks up to you in the park and looks you square in the eyes. Have you got a dime? He says.
generous, give him the dime.
You reach down into your change purse and slowly sort through the loose change. It's getting
The
hard to
time.
discriminate the sizes and shapes of the coins these
Oh
days.
no, my
You
hearing.
finally find one that feels like a dime. You feel and hand it to the young man and looks at you quizzically. The time, the time! He keeps saying. Your hearing is beginning to go.
Physical on the right.
Alright.
Yep.
It is a beautiful sunny day. There's a lot of outside works that needs to be done.
Just alert. Just do it ourselves.
You try to do the work too quickly. It's hard to do the type of work you used to do, and as a result, you get tired long before the job is done. Do you want to continue or save some work for tomorrow?
Let's save some more for tomorrow.
A wise choice. What's the hurry, right? Intellectual and physical sphere rises.
Nice. Let's see. Physical on the left.
You are very bored, and the weather outside is just a bit nippy. You think that you would like to treat yourself to a small but refreshing shopping spree. The idea seems like a worthwhile way of getting exercise. Although you live quite a distance from the store, the walk should get your blood moving.
Sure. Why not? Excited? Go shopping.
Okay, what would you like to go shopping for?
Hmm. Say, let's go for new clothes.
Alright,
Why not?
that's the spirit. I'm sure you will be pleased with whatever you purchase. On the way to the store, you feel yourself alternating between feeling refreshed from the cool outside air and dizzy. You stop and rest every few minutes to regain your composure, then move along. The last thing you remember is a crowd of people gathering around you on a street corner. For some reason, you are looking up into the sky. It is clear and very bright blue. You feel very peaceful. How nice if you could have said goodbye. You died.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
Wow. That was
And
a.
alright, we are back, and Oppai has actually decided to use the panic button.
We need.
So we
Yeah,
undid the death. You
we're
are still alive.
Yeah, but that was a that scared the hell out of me though.
Yeah, old age is like that.
No,
You gotta be careful.
I didn't. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta make smart decisions. Shit.
You remember,
I'm
you're over 65 now.
Yeah, I have to really be careful. All right, let's try this heart thing.
You have been thinking about calling up an old friend for an afternoon cup of coffee. Perhaps you can catch up with one another since you have been so out of touch.
Sure.
So give her a call.
Yeah.
You hunt for a number, then dial it carefully. It is so hard to see those small numbers sometimes. The voice on the other end sounds foreign. For a moment you wonder who it could be. Probably a relative. When you ask for your friend, there is a long pause. That woman passed on about 4 years ago, he says. I'm sorry. By now, news like this is becoming a routine. You spend the morning contemplating your own life and fragility. You can...
Pick yourself up.
This is difficult, but in this phase of life, very necessary. You're a survival-oriented individual. It is easy to give in to depression and despair in this phase of life. Your positive attitude and it will keep you healthy and vital.
Gotta keep fighting. All right, the heart.
On occasion, you must rely on a public bus to get you to and from the places where you want to go. Today, the bus is particularly crowded and you have to stand. You find an open area towards the back of the bus where there is room to grasp a strong steel pole that extends from the floor of the bus to the ceiling. Your fingers wrap around the pole tightly. A fall could mean a broken hip or worse. As the bus moves, The shock of the gentle bumps is absorbed by your feet, knees, and legs. There is some discomfort. As a result, you lean forward slightly so that you can taste some of the pressure of your lower body. Your back begins to ache. A little girl with chestnut colored hair and freckles, about 8 years old, has been watching you wide-eyed for the past 5 minutes. Not long ago, her mother whispered something in her ear, to which she looked up at you frightened and shook her head. No. After watching you a bit longer, she gets up from her seat, brushes it off with her tiny hand, and steps aside, motioning you to sit down.
This, this, is, this is grateful and accept the seat.
You realize that accepting the seat is a sign of neither personal nor emotional weakness. It is a simple fact of life. The child is young and in many ways stronger than you. She doesn't need the seat. As you seat, the relief spread rapidly through your body. Soon your joint will begin to stiffen in the seated position. The child is looking at you with great relief on her face too. You're still alive. Good job.
Go there. Alright, the physical?
This one?
Yeah.
It's about time to get a medical checkup.
Calm and neutral, go to the doctor.
Perhaps you have the philosophy that staying alive long enough to live for another checkup if proof and another battle won. The doctor is young and intelligent looking. He checks your eyes, your tongue, your heart, and your limbs. You seem to be in fine shape. The doctor asks you some cursory question about your lifestyle and your eating habits, then sends you on your way. That's it.
Alright. Let's have a family experience. I haven't had one of those in a while.
You awaken one morning, and in the confusion of being still in a daze, you remember, this is Mary's wedding day!
Well, shit.
You hurry to get ready, making sure all of the last-minute arrangements are made. Your hands are shaking so badly you can hardly put your makeup on or even dress yourself. The ceremony is truly heartwarming. My children do grow up so fast. As you watch your beautiful daughter walk down the aisle, you can hear the chatter of relatives whispering their delight at this happy occasion. A few more steps and she'll be gone forever. For a moment you're filled with overwhelming sadness. Suddenly, you begin to think about the pattering of little feet running out on the house again. A whole new generation of blessings get to arrive. You say the word grandma to yourself, not thinking about the age associated with it, just the two words grand and mother. Time passes quickly after your daughter's marriage. One day you receive a telephone call and are informed that, indeed, it won't be long until you become a grandmother. 8 months later, you become the grandmother of a beautiful baby girl.
Nice. Alright. That was sweet. Alright, a social.
This one?
Yes.
The community council is searching for a senior member of the community to help fund, sponsor, and direct a community art auction for the benefits of some local charity. The project leader will have to donate about $5,000 in resources.
Jesus.
You do, I think you did have almost $100,000, by the way.
Right. Be interested. Probably become the project leader. So.
Alright. Your social skills are extremely well developed. You use them to motivate community participation. You quickly become a local celebrity and a heroine to the recipient of the charity funds. You are given a special award by the mayor, which reads, with great appreciation for outstanding community service in striving toward the enhancement of the life of others.
Nice.
Good job!
The heart.
While driving the car one day, you notice that the turn seemed particularly sharp and treacherous.
Careful and slow down.
Your reflexes are not as sharp as they used to be. Driving used to be a natural thing, but now it requires every bit of concentration you can muster. You finally get the car under control at what you feel is a safe speed when honk! A young man is tailgating and screaming in a loud voice. You can...
Move over and let him pass.
He zooms by you at what must be an incredible speed. You wonder, why do ye young people do such dangerous things?
Better safe than sorry, man. Social on the bottom.
Yep. While you are sitting at home, preparing a list of what needs to be done this week, your doorbell rings. It is your young neighbor, Julie Wharton. She came over to ask for some cooking advice, but you can see that there is something troubling her. What do you do?
Ask if there's anything wrong.
Julie looks at you and her eyes fill up with tears. Her husband Bob just confessed that he once had an affair. He felt terribly guilty about it and wanted to tell her, though, that she wouldn't find out in a way that would hurt her more. She asked for your advice about what to do.
he said he felt totally bad.
I believe that's what it said, yeah. He felt terribly guilty about it.
Give him another chance.
Alright. You offer this piece of advice, knowing through experience that you can live through almost anything, even this. Julie doesn't understand why she should forgive her husband, because she still feels hurt and betrayed. Once you suggest that she should forgive him, she begins to realize that he didn't want her to be hurt and that he was honest. She begins to feel better.
Alright.
Suppose that was good advice. You may notice there's a lot of physical things here.
I mean, being at this age, I'm not surprised. Let's just do that one then.
You wake up, as you have gotten used to waking up, slowly and carefully, and prepare to face the day.
Just cheerful. Just try to do something constructive.
This sounds like a terrific idea. What will you try to do? So how are you feeling, Miss Oppai? Well, I did go on for a while, walk and died on the way. Maybe that was just a weird fever dream. I just noticed that one.
No, the reason. um. Let's do some gardening work, maybe.
Alright. Gardening gives you satisfaction and helps you relax. Your cheerfulness and good attitude radiates to everyone who passes by. You are an inspiration to others. Good job.
Trust.
You have just read an article in the paper about the importance of making out a last will and testament. In pondering the article, I wonder if you should do yours.
I mean, we should. Right?
It's up to you. It's your story.
Yeah, sure. We got a will.
So, concern...
Yeah.
Now's your chance to get even, right? Only kidding. What is going to get your major possession? Car, house, money, etc.
The children, I would assume, yeah.
Alright. You don't... What?
Oh.
You have a child, though! What the fuck?
I do.
Is the game drunk? You don't have any children.
Mary is not existent in this game. Just put that forward.
I mean, she's married now, but
what the hell's a married?
You still
I would save. Can we save?
I mean, I can.
Just in case. Because I would like to end this on a high note. Getting to the end. And what happened? What happened?
I saved.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
No, you were cutting in and out for. I couldn't hear you.
I didn't say anything.
Oh. All right. Let's just keep going.
So, this physical then?
Yeah. Just follow the path.
While you are turning the page of a newspaper one morning, you notice that your fingers feel stiff. There are sharp pains shooting up the backs of your fingers and hands.
Concerned, see the doctor.
The doctor tells you that the stiffness in your joints is arthritis. It will affect you most when the weather is damp or when you have just awakened in the morning. There is nothing that can cure it, but sometimes aspirin helps. This kind of ache is something that you will have to tolerate almost every day now.
Shit. All right.
Sorry to say.
Next. Oh, we have 3 left.
You are walking up the front walk when suddenly the phone rings. You have been expecting an important call, and this could be it.
I would take my time here. Because if I hurry up the stairs, then that's gonna be bad.
So, what is your mood about this then?
This is excited? Maybe? Yeah, excited, but take your time, though.
An
Ah,
appropriate
seriously.
response.
Nonchalant, then. Fine.
You take your steps one at a time, with a short rest after every third step. You have learned to do things in this fashion by now. Individuals who survive this long has developed an adaptive style of living, emphasizing safety and control. You get to the top of the stair and the phone is still ringing. You must search for your keys. Unfortunately, by the time you get through the door, the phone stops ringing. If it was that important, they'll call back.
Yeah, they will. Alright.
So next up,
Yep.
I guess,
I mean, we're...
it's time for another medical checkup.
Calm and neutral, see the doctor.
Doctor's happy to see you. He likes you because you are such a good patient, and the two of you make small talk for a little while. He gives you the usual checkup. The results suggest the following. You seem to be in fine shape. The doctor asks you some cursory question about your lifestyle instead of repeating a bit and send you on your way. Good.
And that one, of course.
Okay.
Why are we hesitating? Why are we...
It's time to schedule a visit with your dentist.
Calm and go to the dentist.
You have an excellent checkup. Your teeth are often a reflection of your general health, which in your case is very good. And
Alright.
I'm just gonna say, if you wanna do anything else before checking the final card, now is the time to do it. Like you could have an experience with Jeff George.
An experience? Sure.
Have an experience with your husband. Jeff has been having a lot of trouble with his legs lately. He has fallen several times with no serious injuries, but his escape have been very close ones. In the middle of the night, you notice him leaving the bedroom to go to the bathroom. He is making his way slowly and steadily out of the other room.
Get up in the system.
He is sorry to inconvenience you, but your companionship is appreciated. The combination of the darkness, his weak leg, and his trepidation due to his recent experience has him terrified of walking in the dark place at night. You have done much to comfort him tonight.
I don't
Wanna
think
do
there's
anything else or the final card?
I don't think there's anything else. Honestly. Family experience, maybe? But I don't... Yeah. Oh, yeah, see.
You can do any because you don't have non-married child, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well wrap it up here.
Oh, final card?
Yep.
After a long but very relaxing day, with a deep sigh, you climb into bed and sink into the warm cushiony fabric as you drift off. Feeling of intense serenity and well-being overwhelm you. Pleasant image of childhood visit the sweet memories of mom and dad, school, and growing up. The memories flash by your mind's eye with startling reality. The smell of school on your first day, the flowers your boyfriend brought you on your first date. You recall places you haven't visited for years, in picture perfect details, friends and neighbors who have gone on to greet you. They are filled with excitement to see you, though you soon realize they are not communicating their joys in words. It's almost as if this will go on forever. You died.
Hmm.
This final card is an automatic death.
It is. Well, it is, but it's like, we've already reached that certain.
But this is the most peaceful way to end the game.
Yeah. It is the proper way to end,
And that is the story of Lady Oppai, died at age 78. Let's ignore the fact that she died at 68 or something earlier.
Yeah, let's
No,
ignore
no,
that.
this is the canon ending.
Yeah.
And we get to reflect on your final stats too.
Alright.
Not too bad. And that was also pretty good.
I did pretty.
And you died pretty rich and left pretty good stuff for your family.
Yeah. That's not.
And that's that. That's the game. That was Alter Ego.
Oh.
That was the female version of it, anyways.
Right.
But, yeah. That is pretty much it for now.
That's pretty interesting,
So, what did you think about the whole experience?
It was quite the experience, man. I mean, it was funny. It was mostly funny in those sex parts and
And now for the important question. Would you be willing to do this again with the male version?
I mean, I will consider it, but for now, let's
Yeah, we're done for tonight. I'm not saying today, obviously.
not maybe like sometime in the future. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll consider it. But for now, let's move on to a different new project for the
Yeah.
next stream.
Well, I mean, tomorrow will be Magmammal too, but in any case, wrong screen. No, that's also the wrong screen. Where's my ending stream?
Uh-oh.
My ending screen disappeared. Help! Well, that's kind of bad. Oh, there it is. Why is it here? Well, anyways. Gotta love technical difficulties. Thanks everyone for joining us for tonight. And very, very special thanks to Oppai for having accepted participating in this.